Hey everyone, Captain Amazing here. And today we're going to talk about get 1, 2, and 3 rewards, TB rewards, and everything that kind of aligns with that farm and how you should efficiently use those currencies. So let's jump into it. So this guild event store is where you buy and spend these currencies. So we have get 1, get 2, and get 3. Get 1 is the oldest currencies and it's how you get the oldest characters. Get 2 is primarily for these tiered capital ships, so the Malevolence and the Negotiator. They're both good. They're under GL level ships. They do have a Negotiator, does have a lifter, the Marauder, that brings it kind of to that level. And then we have get 3. Get 3 you can use as a catch-up mechanic for buying some TB characters. They also have some of these conquest characters in here. You can buy micro attenuators, some Zimbittles, and other things, as well as Chirotech. So let's talk about get 1 first. Get 1 you should spend on these characters first. So unlock Wampa. Wampa is a very important character. It's very important in Grand Arena, especially as you're climbing out of Carbonite, Bronzium, Chromium, Erodium, and low levels of Kyber. Wampa is going to do a lot of good work for you because Wampa solos strong teams for near perfect or perfect banners. She is an excellent character and she's a requirement for Jedi Knight Luke. Same thing, Hermit Yoda, excellent Jedi, excellent support. He belongs on a Jedi Knight Luke team, a JML team. You can slot him in a Jedi Knight Revan team. You can slot him in any Jedi team. Pretty universally strong Jedi. And then we have Darth Malak and General Skywalker as well. So Darth Malak and General Skywalker, if you have them at 5 stars, absolutely, I would say spend your get 1 on it. And also Mark II, just as fast as you can spend to get these to 7 stars, do that. It's an excellent buy. My priority, of course, would be Wampa, then Hermit Yoda, and then you can save your get 1 if you want to, but with the addition of Mark II and being able to buy those characters with Mark II, it's really not as important anymore. So feel free, if you have the need, you can spend this down and then you can augment these shards with Mark II once it comes down to that. If you have all these characters, I would recommend, and this is a strong recommendation, buying med packs. Med packs are the biggest bottleneck for this get 1 currency. So you can get some other stuff, some Gear 12 pieces, some old pieces. This is 100% a waste right here. All these things are a waste. There's better ways to get it. There's more efficient ways to get it. But this med pack right here is a huge bottleneck that you will struggle with for a very long time. And if you are relicing characters, you're going to need a ton of them. So if you want to see my current farm, real quick, JMK, I need 120 med packs for Qui-Gon Jinn. I need 120 med packs for Mace. I have everything else I need. Everything except med packs. I don't have 200. I don't even have 120 med packs to finish one of them. So as you can see, it is a bottleneck for me. There's other bottlenecks I have, of course, which is like signal data, but that is a huge bottleneck. So you want to start getting ahead of it as much as you can. And I promise you, until you're at the very end game, you're not going to get ahead of this med pack salvage. Don't feel like, oh, I'll just buy it here or spend there. If you want to be 100% efficient, you need to buy this med pack salvage. In the long run, you're going to need a lot more of it compared to anything else that's here. So get 1 med pack or shards, then med pack salvages. Get 2. Get 2. So you have Rebel Officer Leia Organa here. I would say you can passively earn her through TB if you're like a ridiculously new player. Not recommended to do light side Hoth, so forget about that. You also can earn her passively in an event that comes by with bounty hunters. You can earn her like 20 shards every few months or so. I don't know the cadence of it, but it's not a lot, and you can passively earn some of it. But I would say just spend the get 2 on Rebel Officer Leia Organa. Not no, it's not a good buy. It's not a good buy whatsoever. I do not recommend spending get 2 on Rebel Officer Leia Organa whatsoever. So if you can see here, you have Mark Raid 2 currencies. Mark Raid 2 currencies is where you get Rebel Officer Leia Organa. It's a much better buy. You can get with other things with that get 2, and I'll go into it. But like I said before with the get 1, accelerate Wampa, Hermit Yoda, and then finish off Rolo. Just knock her out. You need her for Jedi Knight Luke. You can wait until you unlock or you're going for Jedi Knight Luke, but because she's not really useful. But this is how you farm these characters smartly. But you can augment Wampa and Hermit Yoda with these. That's perfectly fine. This get 2 though, absolutely not. Do not spend it on Rolo. So what you should and 100% need to spend it on is Malevolence. So unlock Malevolence to 5 stars, then Negotiator to 7 stars, then Malevolence to 7 stars. If you're open to spending, I would recommend buying the gas bundle if you want to. Like if you are a light spender and you want to try to accelerate your account as much as possible and you don't mind spending a little bit of money, it's about $50 US, and you can buy the gas bundle whenever the Lightspeed bundle whenever it rolls in, and then you can save all this get 2, so you won't have to get the Negotiator to 7 stars. So if I was trying to build my account as fast as possible and just unlock everything and try to get to late game and end game as fast as I could, and I was comfortable with spending, then I would probably farm Malevolence to 7 stars and just wait for the gas bundle to come back to get Negotiator to 7 stars. But if you aren't spending, or you don't want to spend $50, you're comfortable just getting it at a normal pace, then what you do is you get Malevolence to 5 stars, Negotiator to 7 stars, Malevolence to 7 stars, and then you can start spending this get 2 on Kyrotech. And I would say for your farms, you can go on swgoh.gg, you look at the gear needed to unlock whatever it is that you're going to unlock, probably like a GL or GL ship or some sort of legendary. And once you do that, you can see how many Kyrotech battle computers you need. Farm these first, because you're going to be using normal energy to farm these shock prods. So once you have enough battle computers, then you can start using your get 2 on shock prods. But either one, shock prods and battle computers, goodbye. You can't go wrong purchasing either of these to your need, whatever you need the most. So get 3. Let's talk about Get 3. Get 3 gets a little more complicated when we start diving into it, because you have TB characters, you have conquest characters, you have some salvage gear, and then you have micro attenuators. Micro attenuators, honestly, pretty good for the price. And I am a mod guy. I work mods, I love mods, and I would say I wouldn't buy these. I don't buy these. I don't recommend buying these. If you want to, you can. You want to work on your mods, you want to augment your get 3, absolutely, like, do it. It's your discretion. But my recommendation, I would not buy micro attenuators. I would not buy Zimbittles. Believe it or not, I wouldn't buy Commander Ahsoka Tano, Maul, Kiadi Mundi. The only one I would probably purchase out of here, if you miss the boat, is Watt Shards, and I'll tell you why. So in your first year, you should farm Geos, join a guild that's getting good Watt, and that's doing Darkside TB and ROTE, and then get as many Watt Shards as you can, pretty much for free over the first year that you play, and unlock Watt that way, because you need Watt for JMK. Watt is an excellent character that lifts many teams, like SOKR, C in the early game. You can use him pretty universally, like an excellent plug and play character. End game, he's still used for C, or he fills in with a Trench as the 5th for Trench. But overall, an excellent character that is required for an excellent GL, you're going to need Watt sooner or later. And if you're already at the point where you're doing double ROTE and you're getting great rewards, you're not going to want to go back and join a lesser guild that's farming Watt shards. So if you miss the boat, go ahead, spend this get 3, get Watt to 7 stars. You just have to bite the bullet. There's no other way to do it other than Darkside TB or get 3. But when we start talking about Ki Adi Mundi, my tone and recommendations start changing. Ki Adi Mundi. So if you farm this with Get 3, it's over 2,000 Chirotech. So what can you do with 2,000 Chirotech? You can farm a GL, you can farm the Inquisitors, you can farm a lot of different things. So is Ki Adi Mundi worth a GL to me? No, absolutely not. And I made another video on this, but essentially, I don't think Lightside TB is worth doing. I don't think Get 3 is worth spending on Ki Adi Mundi unless you are very close to the 7 stars. So I have 35 shards of Ki Adi Mundi. I'm not going to spend 2,000 Chirotechs, and that's for me. So that's discounting the 35 shards. If you have 0 shards, it's even more. But for me, it was over 2,000 to unlock Ki Adi Mundi, and to pay up that price for Chirotech, there's no way. I would rather have another GL or Cal Kestis or something. So 100%, I don't think it's worth it. Is he a great character? Yeah, he's a good character. He elevates, a Qui-Gon Jinn team. He elevates a Kelleran Beck team. He's a great Galactic Republic Jedi, and we need a ton of Galactic Republic Jedis. We really do. So, would I recommend 2,000 Chirotech worth for Ki Adi Mundi? No, I wouldn't. So I would say, unless CG makes him a requirement, and if they do, then yeah, I'm gonna have to start spending this Get 3 and trying to get Ki Adi Mundi as fast as I can. But for us normal people, it's not worth it unless you're like, and don't get me wrong, I am kind of a completionist. I want every single character. I'm trying to work and unlock every single character, but it's just not worth it for me right now. Maybe one day, once I'm getting like Mandalore and Zepho, and I'm like, and Chirotech is just raining, and I don't need as much, and I have like thousands just sitting there. Yeah, absolutely, I'll farm Ki Adi Mundi, but I am 100%. I need Chirotech as much as I can get, and I can't sacrifice 2,000 because it would be, I think it would be not a good buy. Commander Ahsoka Tano, right? There's a few ways you can get her. You can get her through Proving Grounds. You can get her through these legend tokens. You can get her through Get 3. She's an excellent character, and I would still say I wouldn't spend Get 3 on that. Like, if you want to, if you're willing to spend the money, you can get her in Proving Grounds, and even you can get like 40 shards by buying the $30 pack, which makes Conquest negligible, and it actually makes it kind of fun to play because it's not as stressful, and you can kind of like change data disc. So if you're willing to spend money, I would say and you're trying to accelerate Commander Ahsoka Tano because you're farming JMK, then I would say hey, buy the Conquest Pass Plus, save this Get 3 for Chirotech overall. If you really want to, then go ahead, it's your Get 3. But I would not recommend spending characters on Get 3 because it's 300 Get 3 for 5 Chirotech. So 600 for 10. That's a horrible deal. It's a horrible deal when you start doing the math and looking at how much it's going to cost, and it's pretty negligible on how much time it saves because you can unlock Cat with you get 20 shards in Proving Grounds. Yeah, so there's better ways to do it. If you want to, go ahead, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would say Get 3 is better for Chirotech, and definitely not Ki Adi Mundi. So my only buy for Get 3, I would say, is Watt, because Watt is required for a GL. And then, your discretion, Commander Ahsoka Tano. If you really want to get her as soon as you can, you're going straight for JMK, you have Watt, you're a few shards away, yeah, absolutely, buy it, knock it out, accelerate that farm. But otherwise, probably can, and I'll say this, like if you have JMK and you're trying to get cat as fast as possible, in that situation, if I already had JMK and I needed cat, yeah, I probably would spend my get 3 on getting her everywhere I can. Definitely not the legend tokens, that's a horrible deal, but I would be spending get 3 to accelerate that. But if you're farming JMK, or you plan to farm JMK, or you're not even in the process of farming JMK, then just get her through the proving grounds passively. It doesn't take that long. If you want to accelerate it, just buy the $20 pass, and then you can accelerate all your proving ground characters and not just this one. So overall, I would say if you have all the shards, you have everything you need, what you should be buying, just TLDR, med packs, Kyrotech, and that's what I spend my Mark 1, or my Get 1, my Get 2, my Get 3. Originally, buy shards first, so buy Wampa, then Yoda. You can buy Malik and Gas. You don't have to specifically save because of Mark 2. Same thing, don't buy don't spend Get 2 on Rebel Officer Leia Organa. Get her passively and with Mark 2. You absolutely need to spend and get Malevolence. If you're buying the gas Lightspeed bundle at some point, or you're open to it, then don't farm Negotiator, farm Malevolence to 7 stars. If you're not buying the gas bundle, then farm Malevolence to 5 stars, Negotiator 7 star, and then Malevolence to 7 stars. And then what, not a good buy, but it's necessary, so you'll have to spend the Get 3 to unlock Watt if you didn't unlock him at an earlier time when you were doing Darkside TV. And then I would say Kiadi Mundi, not a good buy. Commander Ahsoka Tano, nah, if you want to. And then spend all that Get 3 on Kyrotech, not Micro Attenuators or Zimbittles, or if anything else is there, not a good buy. Don't buy any of this other gear here. It's a huge waste. It's a kind of a trap, so that's my recommendations. That's what I spend my my TB rewards on. If you spend your TB rewards on something else, or you have a different opinion than me, let me know, and what's your reasoning so that we can talk about it. Other than that, thanks for watching and take care.